Good evening, it's Facebook Love, number 198. It's still Christmas to me. I like the 12 days of Christmas. And some of what I think about right now is that a lot of the Christmas stories leave out the gritty parts. It was a terrible time. It was a dirty, cruel, dangerous world where having a different religion or being poor could be a death sentence with no warning. And the baby we celebrate at Christmas was no stranger to any of that. In fact, the Mary and Joseph and baby had to run to Egypt to escape. We often hear the story of the kings or the wise men, whoever they were, the magi who visited the babe under the star. The part of the story that often isn't told is that King Herod had told them to come back to him to tell him where that baby was so that he could pay homage to him. But instead, what he did was kill every male child under the age of 2 in his entire kingdom because he couldn't find the baby. The wise men had chosen to go home by another way, tipped off somehow, some way, that they shouldn't go back to that guy because he seemed a little sketchy, jealous, weird, crazy. If I know a little bit about the history, I think he actually killed some of his own family members and maybe some children of his own to stay in power. So, anyway, I found a poem called Queen Herod. It's quite long, but if you're on break, you won't mind. If you're not on break, you're not watching. So, this is a piece called Queen Herod by Carol Ann Duffy. Ice in the trees, 3 queens at the palace gates, dressed in furs, accented, their several sweating, panting beasts, laden for a long, hard trek, following the guide and boy to the stables, courteous, confident, oh, and with gifts. For the king and queen of here, Herod, me. In exchange for sunken baths, curtained beds, fruit, the best of meat and wine, dancers, music, talk, as it turned out to be, with everyone fast asleep, save me, those vivid 3, till bitter dawn. They were wise, older than I. They knew what they knew. Once drunken Herod's head went back, they asked to see her, fast asleep in her crib, my little child, silver and gold. The loose change of herself glowed in the soft bowl of her face. Grace, said the tallest queen. Strength, said the queen with the henna'd hands. The black queen made a tiny starfish of my daughter's fist. Said, happiness, then stared at me, queen to queen, with insolent lust. Watch, they said, for a star in the east, a new star, pierced through the night like a nail. It means he's here, alive, newborn. Who? Him, the husband, hero, hunk, the boy next door, the paramour, the je t'adore, the marrying kind, adulterer, bigamist, the wolf, the rip, the rake, the rat, the heartbreaker, the lady killer, Mr. Right. My baby stirred, suckled the empty air for milk, till I knelt, and the black queen scooped out my breast, the left, guiding it down to the infant's mouth. No man, I swore, will make her shed one tear. A peacock screamed outside. Afterwards, it seemed like a dream. The pungent camels kneeling in the snow, the guide's rough shout as he clapped his leather gloves, hawked, spat, snatched the smoky jug of mead from the chittering maid. She was 12, 13. I watched each turbaned queen rise like a god on the back of her beast, and splayed that night below Herod's fusty bulk. I saw the fierce eyes of the black queen flash again, felt her urgent warnings scald my ear. Watch for a star. A star. It means he's here. Some swaggering lad to break her heart, some wincing prince to take her name away and give a ring, a nothing, knout in gold. I sent for the chief of staff, a mountain man with a red scar like a tick to the mean stare of his eye. Take men and horses, knives, swords, cutlasses, ride east from here and kill each mother's son. Do it. Spare not one. It's a long story. A nice reimagining of what things may have been like. The stories say King Herod was a man who had many sons. I don't know that it matters. The beauty of the arrival of a child who came to show us radical love, radical forgiveness. That's to me what the magic of Christmas time is. This is Facebook Love, and I'll see you again.